There's a version of you that you keep choosing every single day. Not because you want to, but because it's familiar. The version of you that scrolls instead of starts. The version of you that says you'll do it later. The version that knows exactly what needs to change, but doesn't do anything. But I want you to understand something right away. Your life isn't stuck. You're just tolerating this version of you. And this is the uncomfortable part that no one wants to admit. Most people don't change when they realize they need to, but they change when they realize they can't stand who they are anymore. And if that moment hasn't hit you yet, that's why nothing has changed. Think about your average day. You wake up and maybe you feel a little bit motivated and you tell yourself, today I'm gonna lock in. Then the day starts happening. Messages, scrolling, delays, excuses that don't even sound like excuses. They sound like logic. You say, I'll start after this. I'm too tired today. You'll do it when you have more time. And before you even realize it, the whole day's gone. And you didn't fail in one big moment. You failed in 100 small ones that you didn't even notice. And that's the real trap. You're not lazy. It's that your current identity is built on repetition. And right now, what you're repeating is comfort, not growth. Comfortable decisions, avoiding effort, choosing easy dopamine, delaying discomfort, and staying in safe mode. And the more you repeat that version of yourself, the stronger it's gonna get. And here's where it gets real. You don't hate your life enough to change it, but you also don't love it enough to accept it. So what you're doing is just sitting in the middle, not moving forward, but not fully falling apart. Just existing in the in-between version of your potential. And that in-between space is where years disappear. Because you have to understand something. You're not trying to build a new life from scratch. You're trying to stop reinforcing your old identity. The version of you that breaks promises to yourself, avoids every little difficult thing, and chooses short-term relief over long-term respect. That version of you doesn't disappear because you decide it does. It does disappear when you stop feeding it. There comes a moment for everyone, but it's quiet, not dramatic. It's not when everything falls apart. It's when you look at your life and realize you can't keep doing this. Not because someone told you, but because something inside of you finally catches up. And that moment is powerful because it's the first time your future self speaks louder than your current habits. And from that moment forward, everything simplifies. You stop asking what the perfect plan is, and you start asking what you'd do if you stop negotiating with yourself. Because that's what's really been happening. Negotiation. You don't lack discipline. You just keep allowing debates with yourself that you always lose. And here's the key. Change doesn't come from big life overhauls. It comes from interrupting the pattern in real time. You want to skip something? Do 5 minutes anyways. You want to delay it? Start immediately and adjust it later. You feel resistance? That's the exact moment you act, not pause. Because every time you break the old pattern, you weaken the old identity. And slowly, something starts to happen. You stop being the person that just tries, and you start becoming someone who just simply does. Not perfectly, not always motivated, but consistent in a way that changes who you are at your core. And this is the part nobody tells you. Your life isn't going to change when you discover something new. It changes when you finally get sick of repeating something old. That's the real turning point. Not inspiration, not timing, just disgust with your own patterns. So if you're waiting for the right moment, it's probably already here. It just doesn't feel dramatic. It just feels like a decision you've been avoiding for a long time. And the moment you stop choosing this version of yourself is the moment everything starts shifting. Not because life changes first, but because you finally did.